Hello, 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 everyone. Bonsoir tout joint cette ici. Good night to everyone in St. Lucia and everyone else in the Caribbean. Listen, it is such always a pleasure to be here. I have missed you guys. I have missed my viewers. I have not been on here because I'm telling you guys, I have some big things coming up. And I know you know all about it. So I need you guys to sit back tonight as we listen to an amazing, amazing show, amazing interview, and to talk to my beautiful guests about our upcoming event. But before we meet our guest, of course, I have to introduce myself properly. I am your kind hostess, Cindy Placide, and welcome, welcome to Poetry and Perspective with Placide. Tonight, we are looking at the perspective part of Cindy of Poetry and Perspective with Placide, and so tonight we are going to have we're going to be talking about in lure of Blindness Awareness Month in St. Lucia. We're going to be talking about that. And we're also going to bring a few things to light. So, guys, I need you to sit back and enjoy the show. Invite people to the show because we need people to hear what we are doing. Okay? So, without further ado, I am from the beautiful community of Piero in Vieux-Fort. I am a mother of 5 children. I got one adopted, one daughter-in-law, one deceased, and 2 living children. So that means I have 5 kids. Okay, so all of them are mine. Okay, so so listen, guys. I am an author, poet, advocate slash entrepreneur, and all of the other things. Now I've taken another role of being organizer, which is really exciting. Okay, so I advocate for mental illness because due to my own struggles with mental illness, and I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard my story. I was suicidal. I lost my daughter. I was going for a lot of grief, and my parents and everything, and so I have been going through it. So because of that, I was really diagnosed with so many factors related to mental illness, including depression, PTSD, anxieties, chronic grief, and the list goes on. But we're not going to talk about it right now. So because of my own struggles with mental illness, and I knew what impact it had on me, I decided to take upon that mantle of advocating for it because I know there's so many people who need to hear encouraging stories to be uplifted and to build. Now, the second thing I advocate for is autism because my now 14-year-old son was diagnosed with autism at the age of 2 years old. And so before that, I had no idea what autism was. Okay. And so when he was diagnosed, it was a blow to me. And then as soon as I check myself, I'm going like, okay, what next? What can I do to help my son? Okay. And so I advocated for it. In a matter of fact, I just had an amazing conversation with the teachers in the school today. So we'll know about that later. And I also advocate for dwarfism. Why? Because my only daughter, the one that's deceased, she was 2 months old when she passed away, and she was diagnosed with a rare form of dwarfism called thanatophoric dysplasia. And so my child passed away at 2 months old because of that. And so I advocate for that. Now, I have published 2 books. My first book is entitled When Life Stood in Silence, and of course that was born from my grief, from my loss and everything else. And the second book is entitled A Mighty Calm, which is an uprising from the grief, from the loss, to find myself and to find my purpose. So that is what the second book is all about. So and these books can be found on my website, of course, cindyplacid.com. Okay. And so to any of you who's interested, get a copy of my book. There are a lot of tidbits there, guys. You find a lot of tidbits. Okay. So tonight we're talking to 2 amazing guests all the way from my beautiful Caribbean island of St. Lucia. And in lieu of what has been going on, I know I've been advertising it, but we're having an event for we're raising funds for the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association in St. Lucia, because we thought it was only fair that we help the people from our country, and it is important that we let people know that we do care about them, and we are thinking of them. And so when the idea was presented to me by this my colleague, I'm going like, I jumped on it because I'm going like, what? Yes, I'm in, all the way in, because I've always wanted to do that for my country. Okay, so guys, listen. Without further ado, I'm going to bring two representatives from the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association. I'm going to bring both of them together, but let me first say who I'm bringing on. My first guest I'm bringing on today, his name is Mr. Anthony Avila. I hope I'm saying it right. And so he is, I think he's the executive officer for the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association. Okay, so let me bring in Mr. Avril. Mr. Avril, you are on camera. How are you doing today?
Oh, great. After listening to such a lively intro and to the program and everything else, gosh, I feel energized.
Oh, awesome.
So,
Well, that's the whole
yes.
idea to feel energized. Yes, thank you so much. And now we're going to bring on Miss. Oh, she got a different name. Okay. Miss Deborah, that's how it was. Okay, so your mic is muted. I'm muting you. Okay, so you have to unmute your mic. So mine, this is Miss. Her name is Lorraine Fumfield on here, but Deborah Fumfield. Okay. Oh my! I hope I'm not butchering it.
No, you're not. Hello. Yes, it's Lorraine Deborah. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So how was your day? How have you been?
My day was good. It was long, but it was good. And I am happy to be here. And as Mr. Aaron said, your energy is now extending. So I hope we could keep it up to carry it
Oh
through the
yes,
entire
listen,
show.
I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna make you dance and sing everything on this show. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Listen, please. I know I made a little introduction, and I just want to say hello to my viewers. I see I have one person viewing. His Morphus Alfred. Guess who he is? He's a president for the St. Lucia Association of Georgia in Georgia. So he is watching. Good night, Mr. Alfred. Yes. So he's watching us. So I want you guys you do. First of all, I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Avril. I'm gonna ask a question and then we're gonna, follow suit. So Mr. Avril, tell me what you do at the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association, okay? And we're gonna ask you some more questions later.
Yes, thanks. Thank you, Cindy. Well, I am the executive director of the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association. What that is, of course, I am the head of the secretariat, the association secretariat, the head of the program. The St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association elects an executive council every year to govern its affairs. And so my responsibility is to be the head of programs and the the heads of all of its operation and its services, like as the director. But of course, with me, I have other heads, the heads of various services, heads of departments, and so on. So in the way of by way of explanation, it's like a general manager or a chief executive officer, same difference.
Oh,
So
awesome.
okay,
Go ahead.
yes. So the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association is an describe itself as an organization with vision. Yes, our primary reason for existence is because you have people who are living with blindness and vision impairment or various forms of vision impairment in St. Lucia. And the association is mandated to be everything under the sun um, in support of this segment of our population.
Mm-hmm.
We have been around for some time now. We actually started in the 60s, and in the 60s there was a group called the St. Lucia Committee for the Welfare of the Blind.
Mm-hmm.
And it is this committee which was transformed into the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association, inaugurated in 1972 by an act of parliament. The St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association Act number 9 of 1972. Of course, as we continue, I mean, we will be sharing a lot of information with regard to the association. So you can, I don't know if you want me to continue or if you want to bring Deborah in at this point, and we'll.
Yes, let me ask a little bit about herself. Tell me, Deborah. Tell me about your beautiful self.
Oh, thank you.
Thank,
Well, I
thanks for
work.
sharing that information. I always leave my glasses at home, so.
He doesn't ask all the time. um, I work very closely with Mr. Avril. I am the officer responsible for the administration, project development, and finance for the association. So it is, I work directly beneath Mr. Avril. So in work in collaboration with all of the heads of department, the other heads of department, to achieve the SLBWA's goal as Mr. Avril has explained it. So it is under the one who's in charge of everything, doing everything responsible, everything comes back that way and then moves up to Mr. Avril.
Absolutely. Wow. So, Mr. Average, you carry a heavy mantle. I can see that. So, when you said it, Mr. Average, this question is directed to you, right? You said that the association was established in 1960, right? In the
It's
1960s.
in the 60s,
In the 60s, yes.
actually started around 1964.
Okay. All right. Have you been the chief executive officer since?
Not from that point on, no. I
Okay.
was one of the first cohort of students
Mm-hmm.
when the association started. Um, I was already a teenager. I was turning 18, so that gives you an idea of my age. I've been around for some time now.
Mm-hmm.
But then later, toward the end of the 60s, early 70s, I had the wonderful opportunity to go out to study in Canada, and rejoined the association around 1976. Then, of course, left again, went back for further studies, and came back in. But to make the story a little bit short, with regard to my involvement, I have been at the head of the association from 1981.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So from 1981, let me see how old I was then. I was a little girl. Yeah. So yeah, that's amazing because I had not heard of the Saint Lucia Blind Welfare Association when I was back home. So it's amazing when I was growing up, but later on I understood that there were organizations catering to the blind, but I never knew too much about it.
Hmm, hmm.
So
Well, you were from the south, as you said, from Peru and
yes.
so on. And in the early days, of course, media and television and all that was not like what it is now, in St. Lucia. And at that point, your interest would have been, because you would have been very young,
Yes.
um, and so I'm not surprised that you had not heard of these civic organizations like St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I'm sure through the years you would have picked up little bits and pieces here or there.
Yes. So the years. I worked in the north for a little bit, so I don't remember if I ever, even knew too much about that. And
Hmm,
I
hmm.
listen now. Hear the thing now. I've always been wearing glasses and I don't know anything about it. Oh my goodness. I always have to put my spin on things, okay?
Yeah.
So,
So you have been wearing glasses as a child, or
yes.
ah,
Ever since I think like I was 12 or 13 years old.
mm-hmm,
I've been wearing glasses for a while.
mm-hmm,
Yes, for
mm-hmm,
a while. And I stopped wearing it for a little bit, and then my eyes go like, I'm
mm-hmm.
talking to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, Miss Pamphil, what prompted you to be part of the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association?
Well, I started with the association as a volunteer. At the
Mm-hmm.
time, there was a youth group associated with the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association.
Mm-hmm.
I think they came out of the college,
So,
the
okay.
community college. That was the Visionaries Club. So
Mm-hmm.
my sister and other people that I knew were involved in the association, working with the association. So that is how I came in. I came in through the Visionaries, connected with the Visionaries, but as a volunteer for the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association. And later on, over the years, that evolved into employment with the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association. And I have been there ever since.
Oh, that's beautiful. And what year was that?
That would have been 90. I see you trying to guess everybody's age.
Mm-hmm.
That would have That would have been 1998, 1999.
Okay, all right. Both of you are young, okay? So don't worry about anybody's age, okay? So, what are some of the activities that happen in the St. Lucia Blind Fest? I know that I really love, honestly, I really, really love the motto, the slogan, an organization with a vision. I find that was just too cute.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
To just to put it in perspective for me, I'm going like I close my eyes and I can see. That's how I saw
Yeah.
it. I
Yes.
close my eyes and I can see.
Yes. You
So I'm going
see,
like, go ahead.
yeah. You see, when people think of an association for the blind or oven for the blind, the first thing that comes to their head is that, well, the association, they're dealing with blind people, they're blind, and,
Mm-hmm.
but really, we are victim of blindness. Those of us who are, because I am
Absolutely.
physically blind,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a victim of blindness. But that does not necessarily mean that I am without vision. I have lost eyesight, but everything else about me, the last time I checked, seems to be running in pretty good. In pretty
Oh,
good,
the motors are running
you
good.
know. And I give thanks to the creator for that. Okay,
Yes, yes.
so um, from very early on, the association realized that one of its big role is really to try to transform St. Lucian society's attitude,
Mm-hmm.
to help the society to understand this thing called blindness, that life does not begin and ends with it. Okay?
Absolutely.
So, blindness, in fact, is our enemy. So, the association is in business to confront it, to, uh, to enlighten the society with regard to the people who are living with blindness, vision impairment, partial sight, low vision, you name it. Because the association deals with the whole spectrum of vision
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to
Absolutely.
physical vision.
Absolutely.
And mhm,
I can relate to that because of my own struggles as well. But I have this friend of mine. who does not he's like, he lost his vision because of an illness, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the first time I met him, and I could not tell that he was visually impaired.
Mm-hmm.
He went on that stage. Good night, Richie. He went on that stage. He was reading, and when it was like about 20 minutes into the talk, he was giving a talk, and I'm gonna wait a minute. What's he doing? He's touching something. And I realized, and I asked somebody, can he see? What is he doing? That he's reading his braille. He's blind.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, for the whole time, the rest of the time, I was just in awe of the man, because with what you said, Mr. Avril, you
Yes.
have an enemy, you battle an enemy, but everything else is working. And I believe when you have an impairment of some sort, the other factors work even better. The hearing, everything else. I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well,
Well,
you rely on
yes,
them more.
that's
You
right.
rely
Oh,
on the other senses.
Yes.
So you force
okay.
them to do the things that we, with all of our senses working, we take for
uh,
granted. But right now, you're pushing the others to make up really for what
wow.
is missing.
Absolutely. That's I'm looking at it now from a different perspective.
You see,
Wow.
because normally, well, we were given all the senses
Yes.
by the Creator. But of
Mm-hmm.
course, through various reasons, some of them may become impaired and
Mm-hmm.
so on. But then, because that you have, as Deborah said, you
Mm-hmm.
have, for example, um, you are not able to see, yet you have to live in the world around you, and the world is not blind oriented. The world is sighted oriented.
True.
So for you to do that, you automatically demand more, a greater response from your other senses, from your hearing, you know, from your sense of touch, your sense of smelling, from the what is called the sixth sense, where
Mm-hmm.
um, you beginning to your perception, your the you can begin to get to be in tune with your immediate environment by the presence. For example, people will say, "Garçon, I didn't see you, and I didn't know you, but I just felt like there was somebody behind me, and I turned around and you are there." And you were
Yes.
standing right next to him, her, or just behind him, her, but didn't
Yes.
really see you. But somehow he felt that it's like he was in somebody's presence. So he turned and you were there. And I don't know if that ever happened to you. But you see, we humans were given tremendous ability, but we give all the credit to physical sight. And that's
You
where
are so right.
you you know but no, um, we discover more the value of the other senses that we would have taken for granted.
Wonderful, wonderfully said. Oh my gosh. I mean, of just all of this information. Okay. Oh, yes. So now let me switch gears a little bit. So I'm going to ask some more questions later, but I want to get into the nitty gritty of things. So, first of all, I want to ask Deborah, I'm going to direct this to you, right? How I know Mr. Avril is overseeing everything, but I want to ask you as a project manager, first of all, how is the association funded?
Well, we are funded by a number of facets. We
Mm,
do, as an association, get a subvention from government. We
okay.
get an annual subvention to assist
Mhm,
us with our education program and to assist with the other blindness services of the association.
mhm.
But as everything else, the vast what we have on us that we have to take care of the clients, as Mr. Abbey was explaining. We are expected to be everything under the sun for those clients. So, of course, the subvention is not enough. So, we rely a lot on project funds. We have to find out where there are the donors are willing to support services like the association, social services. And I'm sure we could appreciate in today's environment, the social services are not as supported as before because we have so many other maladies in the world that is taking precedence. And some of them are caused are our fault. Some of them are not are beyond out of our control. And the world is taking us into this. We have the wars, we have all of the human trafficking and all of these things. So the social services like the blindness services for the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association, of course, that is getting smaller and smaller. The association now needs to raise funds, be creative. Even in our project right now, our project development, we have to be creative to try and get some resources for the association. That's why when friends, supporters, as yourself, your team, your colleagues approach us as the association with an idea where you are doing a lot of the work. You are doing the work just to support the services of the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association. We have to jump in. We have to cooperate. We have to do what it is that we can do to try and make it successful.
Wonderful. Which takes me to what brings us here tonight. Okay. So, listen, I'm a very lively, bubbly personality. Sometimes I'm in my mood, but when I get in front of people and I get in front of the camera, listen, I gotta keep people happy. Okay. I think I was put on the earth to keep people happy. Okay. All right. So now, we are raising, of course, we are raising funds for the Solution Blind Welfare Association. And when John T, I don't know if he's gonna be on here tonight, but when he came on with the idea, he approached me, and I'm gonna, oh my gosh, this is absolutely what I wanted to do to help. And so him, myself, and of course, um, I'm gonna bring him on the screen right now. Natural Vibes Essential. He's right here. Natural Vibes, say hello. You are muted. You are muted. We can't hear you. No, I still can't hear you. We still can't hear you. So while you figure it out, let's talk. So when we came together, when that was approached, when we were approached
Hello.
with the idea, oh,
Can you
you're
hear
back.
me now?
Okay. So
Right.
Yes, yes, we can.
yes,
All right,
so
you can hear me now.
yes, so this is Natural Vibes Essential. This is, of course, my dear cousin.
Yep.
So when John T approached us and told us about this idea, we did not even hesitate, did we,
Give me a
Natural?
second. Cindy, take me out and bring me back in because I need to do something that I cannot hear you.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Yeah, so when we were approached with that idea, we just like jump on it, okay? So we felt that there is, if Gentil, somebody is really known in society, can be up here and tell us about, the need that you guys have, we felt that it was just the right thing to do and to support our people in that way. And so this is why we are here tonight. So I want you to I want you to explain to me, I don't know which ones to start first. What are some of the needs that the St. Lucia Blind Welfare has?
Okay, I will start, and
Yes.
if I have any, I suffer from any senior moments, Debs will step right in there. Let me say there's a vast difference between our ages. I can be her grandfather, but uh, um, the St. Lucian Blind Welfare Association has took a holistic approach to service delivery, and we had to, of course, because of, as we said, we expected to be everything under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So we are providing what we call multifaceted services, which in the main include education, and I will go back to education, rehabilitation, um, and the we have to also address the social well-being. So we are helping our clients to access services, not only the services that the association happens to be running and implementing, but other services in the society. Um, we provide access to services like counseling, and the employment is a huge challenge for the well, it's a challenge for St. Lucia as a whole, far less for people who are living with blindness and vision impairment. So that is an area we do our best to try to assist, both in what we call open employment, and as well as self-help. We try to see how we can get the clients and their families to be involved in self-help activities, and though, of course, those help to we can help to find jobs in open employment. Then, of course, we try to do that. Um, we are also big in prevention of blindness, because through the years, like in the 80s into the 90s, we realized that the blindness problems can be significantly reduced if the, the people are if vision loss is detected early.
Absolutely.
Okay, so from that point on, the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association is a proactive member of the Caribbean Council for the Blind and Visually Impaired. So we are one of the leading agencies, in spite of the fact that St. Lucia is small. Yes, she is, but when it comes to blindness services in the Caribbean, the English-speaking Caribbean, the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association is right up there. So we together have been doing our best with our Caribbean colleagues, sister agencies, through the Caribbean Council for the Blind Visually Impaired, to see how we can change the regional landscape, not only national landscape, but regional landscape, as it relates to service delivery and as it relates to the inclusion of people who are living with blindness and vision impairment. So we pursue an inclusive agenda. Of course, we have grown from stage to stage naturally in this pursuit. Okay,
Okay.
so um, with the association itself, we have our members represent the spectrum of vision. They are blind, they are partially sighted, they are also with full sight, like Deborah is, our staff, and also our membership. So, the I am I'm not aware of anything which is happening in respect to St. Lucia that the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association don't try to stick its fingers, because
Okay.
because the people, you see, the vision problem has no respect of persons. It doesn't
Absolutely.
really matter where you find yourself in the societal ladder. Vision loss may affect you. It doesn't really matter. So this is why we are actually reaching out to the population, to helping the population, helping people to understand that each individual is personally responsible for his her vision, physical vision. You are
Okay.
responsible for that. I mean, yes, we can help, but if you, when individuals realize the importance of their own role in preserving and protecting whatever vision they may have left, then that makes life a lot easier. Now,
Wow.
with regard to vision loss, as I said, that we we try to deal to address the issue from conception. You know, like the people who are carrying babies. A woman is pregnant, and one of the things that she may the nutritionist will say to her that diet is important. Well,
Mm-hmm.
diet is indeed extremely important, but it's also important to ensuring that to the best of her ability, she wants her child to be born with no impairment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a concern for us, of
Mm-hmm.
course. And then from age 0 after birth, then if we have been at the health authorities to ensure that there is adequate facilities to detect any form of vision impairment at
Mm-hmm.
that early stage, so
Mm-hmm.
that, and if the child is referred to us, then we ensure that the appropriate intervention, the child will have access to appropriate intervention.
Wow.
Okay,
That
so,
is amazing.
and then blindness itself, of course, is even more prevalence at the other end of the age level. Like the more you age, the more susceptible you may become to blindness or vision impairment. So that, again, we have huge interest in ensuring that mature people, that the services address the situation of persons who may not have had any form or any degree of vision loss in the younger part of their lives, but as they age, that a number of factors could interfere. And people who suffer from the various NCDs, for example, diabetes, and you name them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they, so that it does not stop, you know.
True, and
And
that is so true. So let me just break in for a little bit, okay? So with that said, it looks like there's a lot that the organization is doing to be able to help those who have vision impairment. Okay, I'm not going to call it blindness because you cover a wide range of areas in the St. Lucia Association of Blind St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association. Sorry. So um now that is the reason why I know, based on what I've heard over here, a lot of people go through a lot. It's expensive to come up with money to buy glasses because I know I've been struggling to do that myself, because it's so expensive. The lens and everything is expensive. So that's why when we heard about this initiative, when we heard about what Jonty wanted to do, we decided we are going to take this on. Okay, so I'm gonna let my other colleague, my cousin, tell you a little bit of what he felt, when that he was approached and how that is impacting him. So, Mr. Natural Vibes, you are on with Mr. Avril and Miss Lauren from Pamphile.
Yeah, good night to the panel. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we
yes, we
can. I'm
can.
hearing
We
you
can,
okay.
natural vibe.
Right. Good night to one and all.
Welcome, man. It's good to be in company, in your company.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing to be in company like yours because you all are the most important people for a certain facet of people in St. Lucia. So the job that you all doing, the job that I'm doing, and the job that you guys are doing is nothing compared because there's a lot of people that depend on you guys, to facilitate them with the needs, And when John T approached me with that idea, I just like ready, I didn't even hesitate. I'm like ready. We're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So,
Great.
I'm really happy to be a proud of. I'm really happy to be a part of that. That we're doing something to help, the little island that we call St. Lucia. You know, so yeah, that's where I'm at. And growing up, it was easy for me because my grandfather and my grandmother was blind. So, I
Okay.
knew the struggles that they went to. And then I grew up with somebody that was very instrumental. Probably you guys might know him, Stephen Edmonds. He passed
Yes.
away sadly.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
Stephen, like Stephen Edmonds, and my uncle was married to his sister, so I knew his mother too. His mother was blind. And Steven, I grew up with him. We used to play dominoes and he used to play guitar and we used to sit down and so I understand a lot when it comes to the struggles of being vision impaired, because I used to ask him most of the time, how do you do that? And he said to me, all I have to do is count my steps. He said, I know how many steps from the highway to reach over there. He said, I don't have to use my eyes. And he would walk without, being able to see. And I've always been fascinated with this and how powerful the human body is. So, when I get an opportunity to do something, to try to do the little that we can, just lend my voice to the little bit that we can, I jumped on it and I'm honored to be a part of that.
Super. Stephen Edmund, your cousin, you said, but he really pioneered education services for people with blindness, for children with blindness and vision impairment in St.
Yes.
Lucia. Um, he was uh, he was initially sponsored by the St. Lucia Women Association as a child. He went to school in Trinidad at the
Yeah.
Santa Cruz School for Blind Children. And when he returned, when he completed his studies, he had opportunities. He could have gone on to England and other places, but he said no. He wanted to come back to St. Lucia to help his local colleagues who he's sure are struggling with blindness and vision impairment. So he came back in 1963. And in 1964, when the St. Lucia School and Workshop for the Blind was opened at the behest of the Royal Commonwealth Society for the Blind, Stephen was given the opportunity to, he was made the first instructor, they called him at that time, of children with blindness and vision impairments, and that's how we started, you know. And I happened to have been one of his first student, although our age was almost like only there was only 2 years difference between him and I. I
Yeah.
was turning 18 and he was 20. But he really played a very significant role, and to we owe him um, tremendously for his effort, and so that he has left us. He's gone to the other world. We are looking forward to seeing him when this whole system will be no more, and
Yeah.
we are looking forward to be reconnecting with him. Um, Debs, we will share, not tonight, but we will share with Cindy our statement on the passing of Stephen, and
Yes.
and
Yeah, no
so
problem.
we'll share that with
So
the
let me
group of
let me
people.
say hello to some of our guests we have on here. So we have Richie Vondrop. I always say your name wrong. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So good night. I want to say good night to Bar Joseph. Bar Joseph is watching. Said greetings. Your brother is watching. Um, who else is there? Oh, my brother. I haven't seen him so long. Nixon Benoit. He said, "Oh, he said, I see. I'm really proud of your great strides, great topic, bless love. Oh, thank you. You now have me blushing. Okay. So, I was listening. I was listening to some of the things that you were saying, Mr. Avid, and it's just like it's blowing my mind to actually learn so much about blindness, the people that have been involved, the great strides that the association is taking to to help our little country of St. Lucia better cope with this impairment. Right now, I'm trying to get Mr. John T. I'm sorry, I'm not getting him. He's trying. Okay, so Miss Deborah. Okay, I'm having a tongue twister when I say. So tell us what you
Um,
feel
I, I,
about.
I can see John T. Already composing a calypso. The Cindy was blown by the blind wave.
So tell us about when you heard about this initiative that we're taking on in Georgia. Tell us what are some of your feelings about that and how you felt it was going to impact the organization.
Well, when, as I said earlier, when somebody tells you that you need this, I am giving it to you. There's nothing else. There's nothing more for you to do. So when John T called, and John T is an individual with a lot of excitement himself, and it seemed like when he has a plan, when he goes after the plan, and he's calling, and we became friends, and he's saying, okay, this is what we're going to do, and I have got these people on, I have a connection with this person, and this person is going to call you. And I'm thinking, okay, so he's doing all of that, he's pushing, so, okay, what are we supposed to be doing? So we sit back and we wait. And then
Mhm.
you contacted me and you said that this is happening and you want this, and we are going to put out the flyers and the people are ready. And yes, and it's really happening. So I'm saying to Mr. Avin, it's happening. They're doing it and they have a plan. And of course, the needs of the association so much. Well, not even just the needs of the association, the needs of the clients that we serve in the association. When Mr. Avery was giving our list of needs, going through our list of needs, one of the things I did not hear him say, I'm not sure, I missed him saying, is housing. Housing is a huge problem, or has become a huge problem for our clients. So
Yes.
we are not sure, because our mandate is so broad. We now have to streamline because of the resources. We have to decide what paths we could go. We need to do a lot of facilitating. We need to do a lot of advocating, and which is what Blindness Awareness Month is. That's where we make a push. We do it all through the year, but that is where we use the opportunity, where we think everybody's listening because it's Blindness Awareness Month, and we make a loud noise, and
Mm-hmm.
we get people to listen to us and to take a look at what the issues are, what our needs are, how we can help. So when the idea came and you are doing it, I am seeing it as it's explained to me that it's happening in different states and different pockets, and everything is going to come to the association. And when I said we had to be creative, when we write to a project for us to buy or buy a piece of equipment, for
Mm-hmm.
instance, the funds is to buy the piece of equipment. But what about the ancillary thing aspects of acquiring that piece of equipment? That
Yes.
has to be catered for. So sometimes some of the funds that we get, or some of the funds that we raise, needs to go towards this administrative cost, this
Mm-hmm.
secretariat cost, this uncommitted funds. So of course, we're looking forward to it, and anything we can do on our end to make it happen, we will do that.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm glad I could see the passion, I could see the drive, I could see the happiness in your voice, just in your face, and I could hear it in your voice, just to know that you guys are getting some help. That tells me we had just getting started. Right, Natural Vibes? We are just
Yeah, man,
getting
we was talking,
started.
we just getting started. I was talking to John T today, and we planning to even venture out of the US to get some of these proceeds, in everywhere that we perform. We'll get some of the proceeds and send it to the Blind Welfare Association. So for as long as we can, you know, um, these are the things that we've been talking about, because you know um, St. Lucia needs a lot of help, not just the Blind Welfare Association, but if we could help the Blind Welfare Association to facilitate some, it will give the government an ease to help some other people in the country. So, whatever that we could contribute, whatever, however we can contribute, we will be contributing.
And that's the
Thank you.
best way to put it, natural vibes. Once we are able to help our constituents, it
Yeah,
eases the part of the
yeah,
government so that the
yeah.
pot could spread wider.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So I think that if every Saint Lucian who live overseas and every Saint Lucian who have the avenue to create an extra resources, if they could use that to facilitate some type of thing in Saint Lucia is definitely going to be a better Saint Lucia, because we are a beautiful island and we have a lot to offer, but we just a little bit backward in a lot of aspect. And those of us that can, if we could do our best instead of talking like Jonty did, we just jump on it. Jonty said, "All right, natural vibes. This is what we're going. We're gonna do this." Next 2 days, he called me. He said, "I got a place in Georgia." He said, "Are you on board?" I said, "Yeah, man."
Okay.
He said, before he took the place, he said, "What are you doing? When are you going to Africa?" I said, "I'm not going to Africa till the summer." He said, "All right. So if you're here, then ready." So I said, "All right, ready. Let's go. Let's do this." So
John T is
Super.
always ready to jump on a plane. I spoke to him recently and I said, May is Blindness Awareness Month. He said, okay, you think we could come down to St. Lucia before May ends? I said, no, I don't think the way we are planning it will happen before the end of May. So John T is ready
yeah,
he's
because he
that committed. Yeah.
he called me before that, before we was, and he said, "Natural, would you mind going to St. Lucia to help perform for the Blind Welfare Association?" I said, "Yeah, man. I said it would be an honor." He said, "All right, I'll talk to the lady and I'll let you know." I'm like, we're ready. Guy John T is
Yes.
always ready, man. John T
Hmm.
is one of the
Yes.
best people with a very good heart, very, very, very big heart, you know what I'm saying? And like he's
That's
even
true.
too good of a person,
Hmm.
sometimes because people
Hmm.
take advantage of people like this. So he's such a,
Unfortunately.
yeah, he's such
Mhm.
a such a pure-hearted person, one of the realest people that I speak to. And I have to give him his flowers. So yeah, we have to give the ones their flowers while they are
Definitely.
there. And he have done so much for St. Lucian culture, so we shouldn't forget that too. He has
True.
done a lot to push St. Lucia culture forward and to make St. Lucia known on the map, because these are the unsung heroes, in St. Lucia. I mean, the Prime Minister and these other people get a lot of praises, but the unsung heroes are those of us who go out there and, without asking for anything back, let people know that there's a beautiful island called St. Lucia, and you guys should go over there. No matter where we go, we represent the country to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
we have to big up Jonty, because Jonty have been pioneering this since I was a little boy, and now I'm a grown man joining him in this effort, because I never thought I would. When I heard Bob Wallace, and we used to dance and ooh la 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 la, I was a
Hmm.
little kid, going to school, and
True.
now, to be on sharing a stage with this brother who respect me so much as an artist and have showed me so much love, it's really, really, really an honor and a humbling, you don't even know, a
Mhm.
humbling thing for me, experience for me.
It
True.
Yeah.
definitely,
No,
definitely, definitely is.
John T
Give me one
deserves.
second. 1 second. Natural, I want you to do me a favor. He's really trying to get on. So if you can get off and
Yeah,
call
let
him
me
back,
guide him.
you can help him. Yes,
All right.
please.
All
Thank
right.
you.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Each one help one. Yes, go ahead, Miss Avril.
True. True. No, I'm saying that John T deserves all the lucky numbers and the kudos that we can give, because he has been consistent. You
Mm-hmm.
know, he does not do things, just as ad hocly in spurts. He
Mm-hmm.
is committed and he puts all into it. So we really appreciate his effort. His efforts mirrored his the songs. Whether you think of "We Shall Hop" and in the True Saint Lucian Palace, whatever you wanted to
Uh-huh.
represent.
Uh-huh. I was telling him that today. He said, because I posted the song with the ad. So he go like, Cindy, you know what? You know what? You put the absolute wrong song, because now they're gonna say we're doing bubble. But like my like Natural Vibe said, he's such an amazing person, you know. And you have to really get to know who he is and sit with him and hear his vision and hear what he wants to do. This man has a heart of gold and people don't see it. I don't think a lot of people give him credit, because
Mm-hmm,
he
mm-hmm.
really wants to help. And at his age, Judge, you could have said, I'm gonna just sit back and enjoy my life. I'm gonna enjoy
Mm-hmm.
my retirement. But he is there trying to help those in need. And I love his passion for the arts. I love his passion for people to help people. And
Yes.
he helps me a lot. When he calls me, he said, my sister, you know what? I'm telling you, I love what you're doing. He tell me he admires the work that I'm doing. I'm gonna I just have a little show here. I'm just trying to help people, motivate people, but he makes me feel like there's so much more
Mm-hmm,
that I
mm-hmm,
can be doing, and so
mm-hmm.
that's why I'm gonna stick with this all the way. You understand? We are gonna listen. We are here to help you at the Social and Welfare Association, and we are also looking for other associations to help as well, as long as we can do it, because we see the need, we see what our country needs, and the little that we can do as a people. It's just the three of us, and of course, General Nya is there as well. If we could just get more people to come on board to help us with that initiative to help the people in our country. Listen, a lot of people saying, I'm going to wait for the government to do this. I'm going to wait for the. We're not waiting for nobody to do nothing. We are going ahead
No.
and starting where we are, and it's going to pick up.
Yes, that's the our this is our attitude really. We, the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association, do not believe in sitting back and always say gouvernement, gouvernement, government, government,
Mm-hmm.
because who is government? Government comes from the people, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so that we see government as a reflection of the society.
Mm-hmm.
We feel a small society like St. Lucia, St. Lucians, wherever you are, St. Lucians have to all be involved doing the best that we can in our various ways. Big, small, doesn't really matter, to help the cause, to help cause St. Lucia, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we believe that St. Lucia is not the tail. St. Lucia is the head, not the tail. We do not see ourselves as being, just because of our size, as being smaller than others in the Caribbean. No way. St. Lucia, we see us ready to do the best we can to help ourselves and help our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and this is one of the things that has been driving the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association. For example, Cindy, the St.
Yes.
Lucia Blind Welfare Association didn't not only sat there and focused on its own mandate. We have reached out outside of that and helped to set up systems in St. Lucia that where other people can be assisted. You know,
Mm-hmm.
for example, in 1981, between 1980 and 1981, we spearhead the move to launch a group called the National Council of and for Persons with Disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
And in the 90s, we played the leading role in forming what is now called Help Aid St. Lucia National Council of and for Older Persons. The
Mm-hmm.
St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association created a network of what was called Club 60s.
Okay.
Why Club 60? Remember in the beginning of our discourse, I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned that vision is a huge problem with older age, vision loss, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the early 90s, we realized that there was nothing really specifically addressing the needs of older citizens with blindness and vision impairment. So we decided to form Club 60.
Wow.
So we formed a network of clubs right around the island, including some in the south. I remember like the Grace Club 60, Auger, La Brie, Micoud, Deriso, and all
Mhm.
around in Srezel, Soufre, right around the island, we formed clubs. But we we did not limit it to the to people who are living with blindness and vision impairment only. The
Mhm.
Club 60 we felt should be for all older persons, you know. So by doing that, then we also realize that then we should make it possible so that it can have its own structure. So then
Absolutely.
we forge a link with what was then called Help Aid St. Lucia
Mhm.
and amalgamate our Club 60, the Club 60 network with Help Aid St. Lucia, and then they became the National Council of and for Older Persons. So you
Wow.
see, in our effort to transform the society, um, we felt that to do that, we also have to do everything we can by through networking to really broaden the scope of services in the island.
Wow. Hmm. Wow. It's like a wind in my face. You have given me so much information there. It's not even funny. Let me see. Who do we have on Cool Vibes Radio? Oh, good night. Boswell. Um, who else? Aloysius Gerson. Good night, sweetheart. That's my cousin. Let me tell you, listen, my people be supporting it. My people be supporting. They be on there rooting me on, and I'm so happy because listen, all of us, have a need, no matter what that need is. Am I muted? No. But when we come together to work on a common goal, they say team what is a team is together each achieves more.
Yes.
We come
Mm-hmm.
together and we work on a common goal. Oh, Jennifer Placide is there. Good night. We are going to achieve more. Okay, we're gonna have better results, and I
True.
believe that's what we are here for us to do. We haven't even named our organization. We haven't even given it a name yet, but we know when we talked about doing this for the blind welfare, the support that we have gotten, from different people who want to be on board. It's just like we say, okay, it's the first one. Let's see how this one goes.
Hmm. True.
Let's see how
True.
this one goes. Yes. And
And
so,
then
go ahead.
you are so right there, Cindy. In fact, when you were talking about the team, what team represents, it reminds me of the theme for this year's blindness awareness. Deborah, what's the
Yes,
theme?
I had that same thought, Mr. Avril. I say, you see, our theme is right there. I am more than what you see. Together
Mhm.
we see better. So
Yes.
all this is the theme for our Blindness Awareness Month this year. So
Right.
our
I am more
activities
than what you
than
see.
what you see. Together we see better.
Okay.
Together
Wonderful.
we see better.
That is
Mhm.
amazing. So listen, I'm going to let the viewers hear some of the songs that they are going to hear. I'm just giving a tidbit. So if you have not bought your ticket yet, listen. The event is happening on May 13th,
Yes.
2023, which is on Saturday. Listen, guys, we know everybody's not going to be able to come because the people have other activities, but we would like you, even if you can't come, make a donation. I have had this thing running on the at the bottom of the page for the longest. This is where you can donate if you are in St. Lucia. In up here you can donate to Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. Is gonna come to me. I'm gonna put it in the proper place. But you guys, you have got to donate to this cause. So while I'm trying to get somebody else online, I am going to put some of the music. Okay, and I'm going to let you listen to what it's a little bit of each of our oh my gosh, each of our performing artists. I'm performing too. I'm a poet. I can sing too, but I'd rather keep my day job. Okay. So let me let you listen to some of the things that we are you're gonna be hearing on there, but I'm not gonna give you all of it. So listen to a little bit of music, okay?
Sure.
I think you're muted, Cindy.
Okay, let's go.
We say that man know thyself and can do thyself no harm. But the rate of self-destruction sounds to me like an alarm. I had a friend who was a heavy smoker. He felt sick and had to go check on the doctor. When he returned and I asked what's the matter, he said the doctor said that he might have lung cancer. But it was so amazing that the very same evening the boy took out the pack of cigarettes and he started smoking. I said, boy, what the hell you doing? He said, don't think that it comes to the same thing. And when he said, smoking never dead, now smoking never dead, takes the worries off my head. So I smoke it instead. Smoking never dead, now smoking never dead. Do what I am, gonna smoke out till I dead. But another man went down with a venereal infection. It was right back to the hospital to check on the physician. The physician said, man, you must take caution, or you might end up HPV-1. So I suggest you use some protection, or limit your sex partners to one. But after the injection, what the same situation? Go to the whole house to fire next one. Yes, you know, I just can't understand how some people just can't learn. I want to say, do it never dead, now do it never dead. Take the worries off my head, I will do it instead. Do it never dead, now do it never dead. Do what I am going to do it till I'm dead. Hey.
Aha. Now, tell me who don't remember this song. Tell me who don't remember this song, okay? Tell me who dancing right now who don't remember this song. I am telling you, that was the jump for me.
Yeah, yeah, and it's amazing. It's almost like listening to it now. It's like as if it was just yesterday it was released. You know, it's
Yes,
still
Yes, you
so
remember it words.
lively and
Remember it word for word,
word
yeah?
for
yeah,
oh
you see
yes,
me that jamming, do it me I go dead.
yes,
Oh my goodness. So that was General Nia, guys. That's, for those of you who don't know, that's General Nia. So without
General
listen,
Mia.
we've been waiting for Mr. Jonty. Okay, so now he is here. Let me get him on because we want the viewers to hear about him and what he's how he came up with all that beautiful General Jonty. Jonty, my brother. Can you hear me?
Hello,
Hello, boss man.
hello.
Can you hear
Hi,
me,
John
boss man?
T.
I am backstage.
I can hear you. We can see you.
Oh, you can see me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 I see something happening now.
Natural vibes, thank you.
Yeah, man. Respect, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mr.
You
Jonty.
in the show. Okay, I'm in the show. Okay.
Yes, you are.
John T.
Where's Miss Panfil?
Right here, roll call. Present.
Now, now, I, I
Miss
shouted
Panfil, I
him
can
first.
see you.
I shouted him
My
first,
brother
but
is in the chat, so be careful. He watching out for you.
I'm not hearing nothing.
oh, he's not hearing.
Jonty, so tell
Jonty,
us.
come out and go back in, Jonty.
Yeah.
Are you
Okay,
good
what
now?
we doing now?
We're
Yeah.
listening to you. Tell us about the initiative. How does
I have
that
to
came
turn
to
on
your
my
mind?
volume. I can't hear nothing. Let me
Uh-oh.
put in my earpiece
Yeah.
in
Okay.
my headphones so I could hear you clearly.
Yeah.
Mm, headphone. Okay.
Mr. Jonty, we're waiting for you, my dear. We
I
are
have so
waiting.
many things to do one time. I'm waiting on a guy from England to call me to send me the finishing of my song. I'm waiting to go to the studio to do a rehearsal. You know, everything just come upon me one time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's how it
Yeah.
happens, John T.
So talk to the audience. We're waiting for you to
Okay,
talk
I
to
have
the
my,
audience.
you see my headphone. Okay. Am I hearing you
So,
all?
yep.
Okay. I hear
You
you
hearing us?
loud and clear. I hear you
Okay.
loud and clear.
Great.
So talk to us.
Okay.
Tell us how you came up
So
with that idea.
why you all quiet?
We're listening to you.
We were listening to you and waiting for you to set up.
Oh, oh, okay, okay. Do you all want a cup of coffee?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. We
Huh?
wanted to be cafe au lait.
Cafe. Oh, yeah. Oh, sure, sure, sure. I
So
have that.
so it
I
would
have it.
remind us of the
I'll make some coffee
Shabins.
for you all. Okay. So Miss Panfil and Mr. What's his name?
Avril.
Again,
Avril.
Avril.
Andre.
Avril.
Alfred.
Avril.
Mr.
Anthony.
Alfred. Oh, Mr. Anthony.
Okay.
But I know
And
Mr. Anthony. Mr.
Anthony.
Anthony, sorry. I'm
And
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
yes.
You know. Yeah, I'm happy you all made it to the show, you know. At least people will understand what we're doing and they'll understand your needs also. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
say they like what we're doing. Thanks to Miss Alcid, Placid, Miss Cindy, sorry, Miss Cindy Placid.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, she did a lot of hard work. She's the one that really organized, helped me organize the show properly, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
also to my brother, Natural Vibes. Natural Vibes is a very, very popular artist, not known too well by St. Lucians, but he is very good, and I love the way he sings. You
Mm-hmm.
know, he has a very nice voice. We're going to have a good show. We will have a good show on on Saturday night. You know, so I'm begging people, all the ones listening, you miss it and you will regret it. You will be the first to hear my Mother's Day song, Happy Mother's Day. Although it's on YouTube right now, and the remix of Bobolis. That is what I'm waiting
Oh,
for from England.
wow.
The remix of Bobolis. I should be getting
Uh-huh.
it tonight.
Wow, Jonty.
Wow.
Hmm?
I said,
I
Hello?
wow.
said super, super. So, so
Yeah.
a remix of
St. Lucia.
Bubbles.
I love St. Lucia, man. That's the land that gave me birth.
Yeah,
You know?
man.
I'm a Lucian. Hey, y'all should know my cousin, Julia Menal.
Yes, indeed, John T. She told me
Yeah.
that I was surprised when she told me that you all are related.
First cousin.
Ah,
Her mother is
Okay.
my aunt. Her mother is
Yes.
my mother's sister.
Okay. Oh
So
yes, but
Yeah.
Julia is really proactive. She's a member of our executive.
Yes. Yes. That's good. You
Mr.
know.
Jackie, so
Yes.
tell us, what drove you to what drove you to come up with that idea to do this for the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association?
Um, a Nissan truck.
Okay, good. Let's hear about the Nissan truck.
You said what drove me, you know. I'm very jovial, right?
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
Oh, it's a lot of stuff.
listen,
All right,
I
talk to you.
when I was
There you go.
young, all right, I was not able to see the board carefully. I stayed. Can you all hear me?
Yes, yes.
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 I was not able to see the board clearly. They jumped me a couple of classes. When I reached standard six, I stayed in standard six for 3 years. I could not have done the test for college. I would have passed that test so easy. So I left standard six and I got a job with Cable and Wireless at the age of 14. I started working very early. And because I could not have seen the board, my mother could not afford to buy me glasses until one day I got some help from the government and they did give me a pair of glasses, some thick glasses, you know. I was a little embarrassed with it. I say, how will I ever get a girlfriend with them thick glasses, boy? You know. But anyway, it's helped me a lot. I was able to see a little better, but I wish I had these glasses while I was going to school, at an earlier age. So I know how it is when you cannot see clearly. I blessed are those who can see, because let me tell you, when you cannot see, you do have five senses. You are stronger in certain senses when you lost one, you know. But seeing is very important. I mean, look how beautiful the world is. When you cannot see the world, I mean, I know how it feels. So that's why I jump on the blind welfare first. I say I want to donate my talent to charity to help out organizations in St. Lucia. So I jump on the blind welfare first, because and when I spoke to Miss Deborah, I told her I was trying to raise funds for Minel. When I heard that Minel was beaten up so badly, and then
Mhm.
I said to myself, why don't you just do it for the blind welfare? Because I understand Minel got a lot of donations. She got a lot of help from other people. So I just swung everything to the blind welfare. I said, let the blind welfare, let me help the blind welfare instead. And then I spoke to Natural Vibes. Natural Vibes agreed to support, to donate his talent, which is very good. And, I have to thank him very much. If I can find some more Lucian, not only Natural Vibes. I spoke to General Nia. General Nia is a well-known artist from St. Lucia also. He had his own band. And he was more than willing to help. We have a lot of good people in St. Lucia, we do. I don't like when St. Lucians say that, they don't like working with Lucians, they don't trust Lucians. St. Lucia have a lot of nice people, man. We just have to meet the
True.
nice ones.
True.
We
True.
have people, look at Sammy Davis. Sammy, I don't know if you all ever heard of Sammy's. When I meet a Pakistani and they tell me that Sammy has the keys for Pakistan, I say Sammy's from my country.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Mhm.
the cricketer. There's a young girl who won a race not too long ago. All these people are putting St. Lucia on the map. St. Lucia
Ju-
is doing very well out
is
there.
it Julian
We
Alfred.
have to look at the positive side of St. Lucia. The positive side. A lot of negative things happening, but not only in St. Lucia, all over, all over. They cannot control the guns in the United States. Children are being killed almost every day. Women do not have the right to control their own body in the United States. So we cannot just put down our country or feel our country is way behind. We just have to work and make things better in our country. Help each other, work together.
Yes,
Yes.
there is good and bad in every country. No country, no place on earth is imperfect. Perfect. So
Thank you.
we have got to be able to shine the light more on the positives rather than the negatives, and help make the negatives, to the best of our abilities, help make the negatives positives.
Thank you. There you go. Yes, you're right about that. So, my people, we're coming together. This is our first show. It's not going to be the last. I already spoke to a guy in Canada and he's willing to help. And Natural Vibes have some other plans also. So we're going to get together. We looking for a name for our organization. Somebody give me a name.
Oh, did we lose him?
Yeah, we lose John T.
He dropped
But
off.
like
Yeah.
like John T was saying, we have been talking to a few
Yes.
people.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Joshua.
I've been talking to a few people, and we're really looking to to do, nothing is concrete yet, but I've been talking to a few people that is interested in keeping the shows in different states. So it is not it's not just stopping in Georgia. So we're gonna take it around the US, the Caribbean, Canada, and the UK, because I'm also talking to people in the UK to see if we could. So it's gonna be a great vibe.
Yep, it's absolutely. I think so. I just feel so amazing about this. What we're taking on, because I am everywhere. I'm doing so many things, but when I'm going like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this. I gotta donate my time. I gotta do. I gotta be involved in this, and I know you guys are going to. We are going to do amazing on Saturday. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to ask people again to please, please, please support this venture. It is a fundraising for the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association. Okay, and I put the flyer up. It is happening at the Lagomia restaurant in Lawrenceville, Georgia. If there was any time that you needed to be out and to support something, is this event in Georgia on May 13th, 2023. Guys, for those of you in Georgia, the doors open at 8 o'clock p.m. Okay, they're gonna have some delicious food. Let me tell you, these people at Lagomia, they cook some delicious food. It's a dinner and fundraiser. Come eat and then come enjoy the music. Okay, buy your tickets. You can purchase at the door. You can purchase on Eventbrite. You can call me up for you to get your tickets. But we need your support. We need to know that you are standing with us as a people. Okay. And I want to say hello. We still have some people on there. Let me see who came in. Oh, we don't have any new people that came in. But so the people who are on Facebook, let me say hello. We have okay, we have Kent Benoit, Luciana David, Nymphia Emmanuel, good night. Shukina Cranberry St. Amy, good night. And we have Jonty's trying to come in again. We have Marjorie Douglas. She is executive board of the St. Lucia Association of Georgia in Georgia. So we have her coming. Natural Vibes, if you can help Jonty, he's calling me. We also have Mofa Simona, who's the
I gotta jump out again.
yeah, he
All
is
right.
the president. His name is Cornelius Alfred. He's the president for the St. Lucia Georgia Association. So we'd like to say good night to everybody. Listen, guys, come support us. Come support us. Support the St. Lucia Blind Welfare needs us. They need us. Okay, you can see the logo up there. You can see a flyer up there. I always put everything nice so that look. Yeah, we mean business. We mean business. Okay, and then the St. Lucia Association of Georgia has been so instrumental, even if they were not directly in part of organizing this, but they have been so instrumental in making sure that we get the word out there to the St. Lucian public in Georgia. They have been sharing it on their platforms, telling people about it, selling tickets, those who have been selling tickets. So we are so thankful for what they're doing. And the next time we're going to have our they're going to be part of the organizing it. And I'm telling you, like we said before, when we work together as a team, amazing things happen. So Madrid is going to be part of it. So listen, guys, I want y'all to listen to John is gonna come in again, but I want y'all to listen to Naturalist, and that's gonna be part. I'm gonna play just a little bit so you can have part of some of his songs, or part of the song that he's going to play. Let me remove this, okay? Just to give the people a little tidbit. I love this song. And it's not going to be long. Let me share my screen, okay? All right. So present. Uh, okay. So where am I going now? Okay, this is his song. So people listen in, okay?
Shadow Star. Can't believe what I'm saying. What happened to our little town viewpoint? St. Lucia, we love you. So much, baby. Everywhere you turn, there's another gunshot. Take this, baby. Read it on the news, there's another one. Yeah.
Look like Cindy Frost.
And me in my eyes and yours, caught me by surprise. What you saying, none. So many victimized. Now I realize this is definitely second plan. What at you got killer to your old baby? A gunshot and you kill the whole lady. Massive pigs and guns that throw you. Wouldn't be a mother that hurt you. Too much baby. Everywhere you turn is another gunshot. Take this baby. Read it on the news, just another one. You're falls like rain. No funeral, no burial. Yeah, it's time to break that chain.
Listen, I cannot give y'all too much, okay? I cannot give y'all too much. If I give y'all too much, y'all gonna come. So Natural, what inspired you to write that song, Natural? Huh?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay, let me talk a little bit. Okay, so listen, guys, this was Natural Vibes' new single that he released in lieu of everything that we heard happening in Beaufort. Let me say, Marvin Joseph, good night. Oh, that's my ex-teacher. Hi, Marvin. Okay, I'm so crazy. Colleen Bonet, good night, sweetheart. How are you? Listen, so listen, I'm telling you, when I heard every time I hear this song, I get chills because so much was happening in Viewfort, so much has been happening, and people were there are a lot of negative things said, and a lot of people felt pain, a lot of people lose family members. I think everybody was really concerned about what was happening in Viewfort, and so I put my own spin on it in my poems. You know, we have my poems tonight, though, but when he came out with that song, I said, cuz this is going to be a hit, and so I hope that people are going to come out and hear more of his songs because he's a very instrumental writer. He's a very deep thinker like I am, and a deep writer. When you write really deep, write things that are concerning people. So let me tell you, St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association, we are going to sing your tidbits of the show, and I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. You're going to hear everything. Natural, are you ready to come back in? So let me hear you listen to her. I don't know, but I choose to play that one from Jaunty. I don't know. There's so many of his songs, right? So, but I would just want everybody to hear. Let me hear. Let me see if Natural vibes them. Yes, Natural. You got Jaunty?
Yeah,
Okay, he's having a problem. So let me play. Let me tell you, Deborah, which one do you think I should play? Ulale or Bobolis?
Ulale. I agree with John T.
So I'm going to play Ulale, okay? I think a lot of people have not heard that song in a long time. What do you think?
Yes,
Let me
I
see.
agree. I totally agree.
Okay. I have the old version now. Let me see if I can share it. Okay, stop sharing. Where am I? Okay. What happened in here? Okay. Hold on 1 second. I am having a little technical glitch. Okay. So share screen. And we're gonna have okay, and we are here. Okay. Why is this not coming off my screen? Okay.
Are you ready?
I have a dusty tonight, eh?
This is a party for party people. They want to see nobody standing in this dance hall. Bing bang bang, 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 bing bang bang. Yeah, man. Do you want to party? Come along, come along. We having a party for the old and the young. We don't need no alcohol. No, we don't need no drugs. Let the music get you high and chant. Come along and chant with me. Ooh la 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 la. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Ooh la 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 la. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Ooh la 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 la. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Ooh la la. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, man, that song is a classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, that's a classic. That is one of my favorite songs from John T. I was talking to him. I said, John T, I need to do a remix with that song, man. That song, bad, man, bad,
Yes.
bad song. You know, I know Bob Hollis was the one that take wings, but that is one of the baddest songs that John T have, man.
Mm-hmm.
I swear. So, like I was saying,
Yeah.
John T said that he has to go to the studio. He had to run, so he apologized. You know, yeah,
Yeah, we
Yes.
understand. We definitely
yeah.
understand.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, man. So, you know, we definitely. You was asking me a question a while ago, Cindy, before I got cut off. Yeah, what inspired the song was the happenings in Viewport. You know, as a youth from the soil, you know, I had. It took me a while to say something, and but
Hmm.
when they killed, what's the name, and the baby, I'm like, too much is enough
The
is enough. I
baby.
have to say, yeah, I have to say something. I
Yeah.
have to, you know, learn my voice. And I went to the studio. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I knew I wanted to sing on the subject, and then, you know, we came up with the beat. And you know, when I found that too much pain, you know, when I found that hook, everything else was very easy to say. So, you know, it was a very easy song to build because, you know, reality songs are always the easiest song and always the best songs, you know, when you build them. Yeah.
Yes,
True.
absolutely.
True. True. No, well, it's really it pains us to see and what was happening down in Beaufort. Although, but really, the reality is it was happening in Beaufort, but various parts of the island contributed to it. You know,
Yeah,
and
definitely. And, you know, yeah, go ahead.
various parts contributed. You see, because the way that the criminal elements operate, they move from one community to another, so that because the people from my community, they'll come to your community, because that it will be more difficult to detect them, and from your
Yeah,
community may come to my community for the same reason. But
well, definitely.
the the we our my feeling is that what is happening in Vieux is it's a little quiet now, but it is not. It has not gone away.
Well,
The focus of the RSS and so on is on that community, but that St. Lucia need to be quite vigilant and continue to stand up to say, look, you are not going to be allowed to destroy our little country. And when I say you, I'm talking about the criminality, that
the criminal
that
elements.
um, that group of people who feel that they can just do what they want, how they want, when they want, with impunity.
You know,
Absolutely.
we have to look at the root of the problem. The root of the problem is the parenting. You know, it's people like us that grew up these little monsters that is killing people like this. You know, because
Absolutely.
we thought people like me thought I knew better than my father until I became a grown man. I realized that I don't know anything. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So these are
Hmm.
the type of mentality that have been breeding in St. Lucia. You know, they take away family, don't raise um a community don't raise children no more. You know, it's
Hmm.
like everybody is individual. People have become so American with the American lifestyle that they refuse to um hold on to to the cultural aspect of the country, and because of that they destroy, and we help in the demise of our beautiful island, you know, without saying it, you know, whether you contribute indirectly or indirectly, and the politicians with the rules, and you know, when they took off punishment in school, all these things, because you know, when you have a set of people that fear nothing, you know,
Hmm.
they have no fear. You know, these
Yes.
are the results. And it is not just exclusively exclusive to St. Lucia, because we just had a shooting here in us in Texas, in Allen, in Dallas, Texas. And
Hmm.
you know, a guy just went in there and just started shooting, shot the whole family, you know. And you know, the song that I made, I'm saying, yeah, this is really a time for that type of vibe there, because we need a balance in society. There's so much negativity everywhere. You turn on the TV is negative vibes, you turn on the radio is negativity, you know, everywhere you pass is negativity, and we have no balance in society. And anywhere, if you have too much positive without negative, it creates an imbalance. If you have too much negative without positivity, it creates an imbalance. So we have a serious imbalance in society right now. And even out here, I'm doing a show in
Can you
in
hear me?
Dallas before I come in, before I go to Atlanta on Saturday. We have a show that we call Walk for Peace, and they invited me to perform over there on Saturday too. So it is not a situation that is exclusive to one place. It is right around the world, and we have to lend our voices to create change. And that is the only way we could see a better St. Lucia and a better world for our children and the future generation. Hello, hello.
Yeah, we're still hearing you, and I'm still
Right.
hearing you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody was so quiet, you know.
Yeah, it
So
was
it
Maybe it resonated. Whatever you said resonated with everybody. So now it's just going through your head, and everybody is just thinking,
yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah,
because
it's
it's
so true.
reality, you know, we have to do
Yeah.
better, you know. The older children, we cannot change them. Those who are in the late teens and the 20s, we cannot change them.
You are
But we have to take
you are so
initiatives
right.
right now to
Mm-hmm.
to to
Yeah.
to help curb the young ones, and build a better community, build a better future. And this is what, like John T and myself and Cindy and the people that we communicate with on a daily basis, these are the things that we speak about. You know, I have my brother-in-law, you know, who's also who speaks about these things a lot. A lot of St. Lucians who live out here, you know, want to see a better St. Lucia. You know, so we're really trying to make a concerted effort to try to change things in the island. Whether, because I know that I'm not in the island, a lot of people, because we've been gone so far, look like we disconnected from the island. But wherever I live, I will always, you know, I will always be a St. Lucian to the core. You know what I'm saying? So whatever that is happening in Vivo, because honestly, 7 out of the people that got killed in Viewport, I know them personally. These are people that I spoke to.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So when we
Wow.
see these things happening, we cannot just say that, this is just Viewport, or this is not my family, because these are people that I know personally.
Mm-hmm.
These are people that I grew up, because I grew up in Viewport. These are people that I grew up seeing and talking to. So when you see something like this happening, even though it's not directly related to your brother or your sister, or your first cousin, it is affecting all of us when we see this type of stuff.
Absolutely.
So we have to speak about it. We have to stand up against it. And it's not just speaking, we have to do things. We have to contribute to society to change it, because we could speak from now till tomorrow. But if we don't put um,
We have to
things in
take we
place,
have to take action. Words
yes,
without
we have.
actions is dead. We have to take action.
Yes, we have to put implement things in place, to for development, for the youth development. Because if all the youth is saying, "Yeah, this man who wear the big chain," because I remember when I was a kid growing up in Viewport, I used to run the same way that they use them running too. Because we see the man them with the big chain, and we see the man them with this, and we see the man them with that, and we know how they get it. So if we could go run to St. Vincent and make a quick run and come back, and we don't get killed, we do it. So
Right.
if the kids can see something different that they could look up to, you know what
Oh
I'm
my
saying, then they will because the majority of kids in St. Lucia don't have anything to do after they leave school. So we blame the kids so much, and then the drug or whatever that they're doing is so congested that it don't have space for everybody to survive. So we have to create other avenues for these kids. You know what I'm saying? We have so much talent, music in St. Lucia. We cannot see. No, I'm not seeing anybody on the charts in St. Lucia. I'm not seeing anybody on the iTunes chart. I'm not seeing anybody on the Billboard charts from St. Lucia. We have a lot of talent. Why are we not seeing that? We have so many spots, like apart from this young lady who's running in Texas there, and a few other people like Zephrinus went up and did something, and we have the youth that was the captain for the West Indies, Darrell Sammy. We don't
Yeah.
have much people who excel in, because sports is a multi-billion industry and we're not biting anything out of it. Music is a multi-billion-dollar industry and we're not taking anything out of it. You know what I'm saying? We're not creating an
Because
industry so that this is, because why St. Lucia don't have an academy that creates soccer players? Because Europe pays so much. There's these young kids who make 100 and $200,000 a week in Europe. Why can't a St. Lucian go up there and make that kind of money? We have talent too. So we
yeah.
have to create the avenues for these kids to flourish. And you know,
That
we
and
so we
that's
cannot just blame it on. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's why initiatives like that come in, when we start to play our part as a society, and then hoping that others will follow suit, so that we could bring to light these talents and to be able to help grow our island grow better. Because when one person starts to do better, then a lot of the islands will flourish.
And it's not just
yeah, we have
the
to
people
stop the
we need.
malady of waiting for government
Hmm.
and expecting somebody else to do it for us.
Yes,
Sometimes we can do little things ourselves to assist. We can do things to assist ourselves. We have family, as you say, we have the talent, but we use the talent in such raw ways, and all of the negative ways that we don't
Well,
even see where it could lead us.
Well, we've been talking. I'm in music, and I have made some strides for myself, and I understand how the music industry is working. So that is one of the initiatives that I'm taking on myself, along with some other people. I don't know if they want them they mention up there, but we have some people that we're talking to in St. Lucia that we're gonna go down and teach these kids how to make money in the music industry, how to put themselves up there and get the recognition. Because a lot of people don't know me from St. Lucia, is because, and I've done a lot in terms of music. I might be one of the most decorated artists from St. Lucia, world on a world level, because we have to. It's not like we have to create music that is not just gonna be in St. Lucia, mate, and touche, and
Yeah.
vole. Them things, they don't have no wings. It don't have no visa. So you have to make music that is going to
True.
cross into other generations and other countries and other cultures and help build St. Lucia. And these are the things that they should be encouraging. You know what I'm saying? Instead of they playing all this foolishness and supporting this foolishness,
True.
because if we don't support the foolishness and we support good music, these kids will make good music, you know, so that
Yes.
we could see a better St. Lucia. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? And another thing, we as St. Lucians have to support St. Lucians.
Sure.
yes.
We support
Definitely.
everybody else but St. Lucians.
Yes.
Like it's like
Yes.
we hate ourselves. I have
Mm-hmm.
never.
He's getting emotional.
No, patriotism, man. We should be patriotic, man. We should love our place,
I
man.
agree.
We should
True.
well love where we come from. I was in
Mhm.
Boston a few weeks ago. March. I could never forget that. March 3rd, I was doing a show in Rhode Island with Wayne Wonder, and I went down to Boston. I flew to Boston. When I got there, my boy picked me up from the airport, and he said, "Natural, I've not seen you in a long time. Let me just chill." And I went to a bar with him. I'm not a drinker, so I'm just sitting down there chilling. And there was this guy from Ireland, who was talking, and he said, um, Freestyle said, "Yo, this is the artist. He'll be performing tomorrow." And the guy said, "Where you from?" And I said, "I'm from St. Lucia." And he said, he asked Freestyle, "Where Freestyle from?" Freestyle said, "I'm from Tobago." See? So the guy said that, we know people from Jamaica, we know people from Trinidad, but we don't know anybody from St. Lucia. And that shit hit me like a rock. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I
Mm-hmm.
didn't realize that how much that hurt me. And I said to
Mm-hmm.
him, "You know what, brother? By the end of this year, you and everybody else will know me, because it gives me a drive to push harder, because it's not just about me right now, it's about my
Mm-hmm.
entire country, because sometimes we just be doing things for ourselves and not just
Mm-hmm.
for the entire
Absolutely.
country. We have to start
Absolutely.
doing things, take away the selfishness, and start putting St. Lucia on our back and carry St. Lucia to the end of the world. And this is what I'm
Yeah.
doing right now. It's about St. Lucia. It's bigger than me. It's about every community in St. Lucia. When I go on this mic, or I go in this booth, or I go in this studio, or I go on that stage, it's not just about me, it's about every single St. Lucian, and we're gonna put St. Lucia on the map, and
One
whatever
of,
eh,
go ahead.
and whatever resources we could get from it, we will use it to help places like St. Lucia School of the Blind, and other facilities. Will help build sports facilities, will help we build the music industry in St. Lucia, will help with a lot, but we just need the support of the St. Lucians behind us. Yeah.
One of
True.
the
True.
one of
True.
the things one of the things that I heard somebody say, it was another author like myself. He said, Cindy, I was looking at the stats and I'm seeing that although we have so many authors in St. Lucia, you find that we don't get the recognition. And he told me he was reading up on St. Lucia and they said that St. Lucia has the lowest IQ. And just like natural vibes that hurt you when that person didn't know what St. Lucia was, that hurt me to my core.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
don't have
Mm-hmm.
a low IQ.
Mm-mm.
We have some
No.
very, very educated people in Solution, but we are not in the forefront. We are not being heard. Our voices are not being heard. We are not being seen on the world stage. Two or
It's
three is not enough for them to see Solution. And there are other
We need a lot
islands.
of people, man.
A lot of islands who are smaller than us are being recognized, and we are not.
it's the way we represent ourselves and the way we put each other down. The St. Lucians, Barbadians will big up Barbadians, Jamaican will big up Jamaican, but St. Lucians, you know, they always seem to find there's always a but. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes, he's okay, but yeah, we need to change that. That's why I like to use the term that Saint Lucia is definitely not the tail. We are not the tail, and we need to stop believing that we are the tail. We are not. We are the head. you know my grandmother
Well,
always used to tell me in Creole, bon Dieu ba nous tout ça nous ni besoin en Sainte Lucie, mais nous ni pour apprendre manière pour cultiver. God
yes.
gave us all we need, but we have to learn how to
How
take
to
care of it,
cultivate it.
you know, how to cultivate it.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is so true. We have to change that, and unfortunately, our political system perpetuates this nonsense. you
Yes,
know
it is.
and that
Because if you
is the problem. We have to do a total transformation of attitudes and the way we do things. you know we spend
because
too much
let me
time
say let me
and energy. Mhm. Go ahead,
let me
sir.
tell you some what a serious country does, right? If we're serious about being a serious country, I was born in the 70s, right? I'm in my
Hmm.
40s now, right? I grew up
Hmm.
in the 80s and the 90s. I remember when what's his name? Because I was alive in 1980 when Hurricane Debbie hit St. Lucia, and
Allen, Hurricane Allen.
Allen,
Yes.
Hurricane Allen, and then Hurricane Debbie in 1993. So I
Right.
was still in St.
Mhm.
Lucia during that time then. And you know, when I tell people that St. Lucia have not been developed, had it not been for Hurricane Allen, St. Lucia would be looking like, you see, as soon as you come down the hill in Soufre, the little houses that you see there,
Mhm.
this is how St. Lucia would be looking. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because we have not gone anywhere from this time in 1980. When I come to St. Lucia now, I've been in America 25, 26 years now. When I come to St. Lucia, I see a few buildings, they took it and put it up there, but the people have not been developed. And this is the problem that we have in St. Lucia. We have two political parties. We take off one and then we put out one. And when we feel that these people taking off money, we take them out and put up the ones that was taking the money last year, put them back in. Then we take off the one that was taking money this year, we put the next one in, and we just keep on playing a yo-yo because we're not serious as a country.
we are we
We're
are
not
we are
serious. We have the
we are
same people in
recycling.
politics
We are.
year after year doing the same
Mhm.
bullshit. And you cannot tell St. Lucia when they say, oh, say Labour, I say UWP, when you say UWP, you
Mhm.
ban PLP no more. So, say,
Mhm.
after you say the PPP. You understand me? This is how St.
Mhm.
Lucians are. And they
Mhm.
don't see that this mentality is what that is keeping us back and pushing us further, you know,
True.
to the
True.
tail
we have
instead
we have
of
to
pushing us
Mhm.
to the head.
develop we have to develop the people. We have to change. We have to help in changing mindsets. We have
Mhm.
to
Yeah,
change
Mhm.
every
develop
single
people.
mindset.
Mhm.
Yes, because
Yep.
Develop people. We don't.
yes.
Let me say one more thing before I leave. We have a place like St. Lucia, right? In what are the natural resources? We have so many natural resources. What are we doing? You look on the
Mhm.
shelves in America, you see plantain chips, you see banana chips, you see coconut chips. We see all
Mhm.
type of chips from everywhere else. We don't see anything from St. Lucia, right?
Symbiosis.
And then we have all
Yes.
this wasted farmland in St. Lucia that is just abundant. Nobody not
Mhm.
doing anything. We have nothing to say that it is ours, you know?
Mhm.
For the
Mhm.
development of the people to create, and then we complain that St. Lucia don't have anything yet.
Mhm.
Somebody send me
Mhm.
something to boycott Massey. I say, what y'all boycotting Massey for? Oh, the prices are too high. Huh?
Mm.
Prices are too high, but you all not planting anything to help yourselves. So y'all have
Yes.
Massey have y'all in a chokehold because you all
Mhm.
refuse to
Mhm.
do anything for yourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I'm not
Mhm.
bashing St. Lucians. Please don't think that I'm bashing you guys. I'm just giving my input because I don't want you all to
Yeah.
hate me more. Right? Don't take that the
Mhm.
wrong way. I just want us to
Mhm.
do better. No,
True.
I want the support of St. Lucians now. So I don't want to say anything that will put St. Lucian on a different side and take him away from me. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
what I'm
Mhm.
saying is not bashing. I'm not trying to bash St. Lucia. I'm just trying to, say that we need to do better. We really need to do better. We really need to love our country. We need to love one another. We need to support one another. If a little St. Lucian open a little bakery, because I was in St. Lucia the last time and I'm trying to buy something. She told somebody in Creole one price. When I asked her for how much was the thing, she told me three times the price. And these are the
Oh,
situations. Yeah. And I had to open up my
yeah.
mouth and I said to when he said, "Usa zo pa vela set lisi usa zo volet up." Look up one way.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
these are
Mm-hmm.
we have to have our little business and be fair. You will make money.
Yes.
Let's support each other. If this person open a little shop, just like the Jews and the Spanish people do it out there, let's support them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stop
Yes.
supporting the Syrian and the Chinese who come and open their stores in St. Lucia. We don't support the St. Lucians, but we want to put our
Mm-hmm.
money into the Syrian shops. Because I remember as
Yes.
a kid, there are Syrians that used to come to St. Lucia with briefcase. I don't know anybody is old enough to remember when they used to pass from house to
Yeah,
house selling
Oh,
cloth.
I remember. Mm-hmm.
that's a
Y'all
common
remember?
theme I hear.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a common theme I hear
Yep.
that solutions don't support solutions. And somebody asked me,
They're
but
selling cloth
Yep. They were going around with their briefcase. We used to call
around
them
selling cloth.
amigo. Yep. We used to call
Amigo
them
selling cloth
amigo.
and selling
Yeah.
clothes. And they used to give it
Mm-hmm.
to people for credit. So poor people
On
that don't
credit.
have it, they give it
That's
for
right.
credit. Next,
Yeah.
next 1 year, they have a big shop, big store
That's
in View
right.
Photo
Mm-hmm.
Castries.
Mm-hmm.
And we
I
Mm-hmm.
know.
support these people. Oh, nukai gay by ko amigo. Nupa hespe
Mm-hmm.
amigo avini. You
Mm-hmm.
understand me? But we don't
That's
support our
really
own
great.
solutions.
But guys,
And that is
listen,
True.
all
I
I'm
know.
gonna say about that.
Awesome,
Mm-hmm.
awesome. I
No.
know, guys, we've been over 2 hours and we can talk and talk. We've been up to here for 2 hours and we can talk and talk. But let me tell you this, guys. Listen,
Yes.
I want to remind the viewers, for those of you who are listening still, thank you for staying with us. And for those of you who have made a contribution in the chats and everything, thank you. Jennifer Placide said, great job, guys. I have your backs. Thank you so much. We need as much support as we can. And for those of you who are going to view this later, please take into consideration what we are saying. And please, more than anything else, this Saturday, show your support. Let's change that mindset about not helping each. We have to. Don't think that because that one is doing good or that one is going to have it and they're going to surpass me. We cannot think like that. We have to be different in our thinking. So this coming Saturday, prove to us that you are going to support
All right, Cindy stuck again. So
a
we'll
lot
continue. Is it?
solutions are supporting solutions, okay? But let's do better. Let's do better. Go to this, come to support us, Le Gamier restaurant in Lawrenceville, Georgia, okay? That is the place the thing is happening. Come at you can pay at the door. You can call me for a ticket. My number is I'm putting out there for everybody already. 404-452-8674. I have physical tickets, or you can get your ticket at the door. Okay. Or if you don't want, just make a contribution. I have this that has been running the whole night. If you're in the US, my cash app is Foxy Love 45, PayPal, Cindy Placide R2P, or Venmo Cindy Placide. Support, make a donation, and listen, we want the house to be full because we want to support that St. Lucian restaurant as well, who is doing so many amazing things and supporting every St. Lucian that comes to their door. I'm telling you, I'm going to mention the name Cheryl and Thomas Constable. These are some amazing people. They have really good hearts. They help the St. Lucian community along with the St. Lucian Association of Georgia. So come and support us. Come support the artists. Listen to the music. Listen to our backgrounds. Interact with us so you know what is going on and what we want to do. And join us along in that ride. The St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association needs your help. Make a donation, support. And let me tell you, one more thing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Listen, for St. Lucia, if you want to donate in St. Lucia for the Blind Welfare Association, you can make a donation at the CIBC Caribbean International Bank. Okay, and the account number is on the screen. You can go and watch it. I cannot call it, it's going so fast.
2608772.
So go and make a donation, guys. Listen, it has been such a pleasure to be here with you
Cindy choke again.
Yes.
and to now. Okay. So
Yeah, man. So we have to just
so
continue. Please,
we have
if
we
you're
have
not gonna be at the show,
Mm-hmm.
please
True.
donate. If you're in the US and if you're in New York, you're in Connecticut, go to Cindy Cash App, donate whatever that you can so that we could help St. Lucia. If you're St. Lucia, no matter where you are in the world, you're in England, you're in Australia, you're in New York, you're in Canada, make sure that you send a donation, even though it's $1, It's you go if it's 50 cents, anything. When we change it into the EC dollar, it values a lot. So just do what you can and donate, donate, donate.
Absolutely.
Let's start right there, and that is the first step. And we're gonna do much more to enhance St. Lucia and St. Lucian. So we appeal to you again to just do what you can, whatever that you can. Like I said, if you have a dollar, don't be embarrassed to send it. Don't feel embarrassed to send a dollar to Cindy. Send a dollar to Cindy. If you have $2, send the $2. If you could contribute 50 cents, because when we add it up to whatever that we can, it will add up to something, and then we come and present it to the people in St. Lucia. All right. Blessed love. Love you all. I love you all, St. Lucian. Love you all, love you all, love you all. They say those you love, you have to flog them. So if we do something wrong, I'm gonna flog you all, but I must still love you all. All right. So blessed and
And
thank
Yes.
everybody. Cindy, you're doing a great job. So continue doing what you're doing. Without you, this thing wouldn't be possible. So we have to give thanks to you. We have to give thanks to you, Lauren Filiger. Yeah. Thanks for what you're doing. Anthony Averill, thanks for what you're doing. And it's pure love. And when I come to St. Lucia, I'm definitely gonna take a drive to wherever you guys at to meet you guys in person. All right. So
absolutely.
blessed love.
One more
I
thing I
think
want to say tonight, tomorrow, right? Tonight. We have on tomorrow at 7 p.m. We are gonna be airing. They're gonna be interviewing me about the show, and I don't know if the other guys want to jump on as well. 7 p.m. we are going to be on RMC Radio in St. Lucia. The announcer told me that they have a lot of blind people working at RMC Radio. So they're gonna be interviewing me. And if the other guys want to jump on as well, 7 p.m. St. Lucia time. I would say thank you to Roof Tropics Russell Lake. They have interviewed us.
Yeah, big up Russell Lakes, big up Russell Lake, big up Russell
Yes.
Lake.
And Choice TV
Big up
interviewed
Anton
us.
too.
Yeah, Choice TV interviewed us, Kishma Serrier, so it's gonna be airing soon. And last night we were on Crossroads Family Radio with General Itins from St. Lucia. So that was a really awesome interview. And Calabash TV also interviewed me on behalf of our little group here. So listen, guys, go and listen to these interviews, because you'll hear about us and what we're going to do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. One more thing, if you are I am an advocate for mental health. If you are suffering with mental illness and then you feel that you cannot do it anymore and you want an avenue to call, if you're in the United States, please call 988. Until next time, guys. Mr. Anthony Averill, I want to say thank you so much for being here, for taking the time out. I know it's late in St. Lucia. I know you got to go home. So I want to say thank you so much for being here to tell us about the association. This is not the last time we're going to meet, okay? And this is not the last time we're going to have you on the
In this stuck again.
Again. Yes.
yes. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for making the connections and to be able to
Yeah, so just thank you.
speak
It
to
was
me.
nice
And
meeting you guys. So
yeah, so have
Yes,
a
and
good night.
thank you. We should be saying thank you for all of what you have been doing there tonight, because we could not have made that happen the way you did make it happen. So we are looking forward. We are rooting and trying to do everything that we can from our end. Bar Joseph, thank you for looking out. Um,
Is that
That's my bro.
is that Claude Calderon?
yes.
Oh, you have a different name. Okay. All right. And he said that he has a foundation called let me see if I can show it.
The Claude
He has
Cauldron Foundation.
yeah. The Claude Cauldron Foundation to help young people and the elderly. Yes. So thank you guys
And
so
when
much.
Natural was talking, some of the things he was saying about doing music, that is what the Claude Cauldron Foundation is doing. They want to focus on music. We have started doing some stuff with the schools and trying. We wanted to bring together a group of people to talk about all the aspects of music and how you could take it forward. So what you are saying, it will fall right in that. So I could see some collaboration happening
Yes.
there. So
Yes.
we
Yeah.
will be reaching out.
So
Yeah,
Natural,
definitely.
I will link you up with him because you know we've been talking.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Because we have a lot that we can contribute, and like I have a lot of people who have done it. A lot of people that I'm affiliated with that I've spoken to that is willing to come to St. Lucia. People who are on the Grammy committee, people who are Billboard producing people, and people who have done it in the hip hop world that is willing to come to St. Lucia to educate the people of St. Lucia about the music. So we have everything in place already. It's just about us and the people in St. Lucia collaborating and making reaching a junction that everybody can meet at, and it's gonna happen because I've been talking to a few people, like I said, big up Jackie, Jackie Jackie Sherubin, as is her name. Yeah, Jackie.
Yes.
Jackie
Jackie
is
O.
is put
Yeah.
on Jackie.
The internet is really skipping you guys. I don't know what's going on. It's really, really
Yeah,
skipping.
yeah, it's
Is big up. My wife is calling me. I have.
Okay.
so
Okay. So,
thank you so
Mr.
much.
Yeah, I was just about to
Yes,
tell you, ask you any last words from you.
yes, I know. I would just want to thank you, Cindy, and the whole crew, John T, and everyone. It's been awesome. You all are doing an awesome job, and I really enjoy the discuss this evening. I have, I am a positive thinking person. I know that the the efforts will bear fruits. And I want to encourage everyone to support this humanitarian effort and donate, donate. Your money is being put to very, very good causes. So please help the effort. Please help the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association. We are also going to continue to spread the word as well. For example, there is a group called the Nations of Kings. My son is a member of that, and a group of writers and poets and so on, and they will also provide their support in any way they can, and we will share it as much as we can through the Blind Welfare Derived Network. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Avril. And listen, sometimes when the show is going on and everything is going on, but I'm gonna go back and listen to everything. But thank you so much for your contributions. Thank you so much for so much insight about the work that you guys are doing. And it gives me even a better a much like I like to say, it puts fire under my feet to help even more. That makes sense. So thank you so much. Have a good night, and then we are going to be talking soon. So to my viewers, I would like to say thank you and have a good night, and we are going to see you soon. Until next time, do not tap out. Let your voice be heard, and never ever let failure be your finale. Remember, failure is the beginning of success. As Les Brown said, as you may fall many times, as long as you fall, make sure you fall in your back, because as long as you can look up, you can get up. So thank you so much. Go and eat all that green figs and saltfish, which I don't have any right now. Go and enjoy it. And that zaboka. I was going to ask all about food, but we passed our time already. So I'm going to talk to you soon, and we're going to be conversing. Let me get out this live, and we're going to talk a little bit more. Okay, so have a good night, you guys. Until